rise for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Khan.
Here.
Trustee Minks.
Here.
Trustee Shiva is absent with notice. Trustee Thill.
Here.
Trustee Travis.
Here.
Trustee Whitcomb.
Here.
Thank you very much. I need approval of our minutes of our regular meeting of April 8th, 2025.
I'll make the motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of April 8th, 2025.
Second.
Motion made by Trustee Mink, seconded by Trustee Whitko. Any discussions, questions, clarifications? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Special reports tonight. We have a presentation by Lindsay Dahlberg of our Greener Morton Grove Awards program, and this is part of the Economic Development Commission. Lindsay?
Thank you. So the Economic Development Commission is proud to announce the 2025 winners of the Greener Morton Grove Award. We have 2 participants that received awards this year. Yeah.
We were just saying you look like your grandma, but keep going. In a good way, Lindsay. Not like you don't look old, but go ahead.
So the first award goes to the Muslim Community Center of Chicago in the category of religious organization. So the MCC Green Team received an award last year, and since then, the MCC has begun selling refillable water bottles, has placed several water dispensers throughout MCC along with paper cups. Styrofoam plates and servingware have been also replaced by biodegradable products, and plastic tablecloths have been replaced with cloth tablecloths. The MCC also received a grant to provide weekly compostable waste pickup and posted information and held events to educate the campus users about food waste. So please join me in thanking the Muslim Community Center for their efforts in making Morton Grove greener in 2025. We have anyone to come receive their award? We have a plant and a plaque. Everybody can come. Yeah, come on, come on.
Who's the community
Come on up.
Is this you? Is this your commission?
Is that my commission?
Oh, you don't want a picture?
Come on. Come this way.
Thank you, Lindsay.
So the second award we have goes to Parkview Elementary School Green Club in the category of public school. Parkview also received an award last year. This school year, the group collected over 34 strands, which is 50 pounds of lights for the Morton Grove Holiday Light Collection. The group also researched the potential to switch to metal cutlery in the school cafeteria, and they indicate that the switch will be made in the next school year to eliminate 70,000 plastic spork packets. The group also educated 37 classrooms on how to properly recycle and undertook numerous education campaigns regarding recycling, Earth Day, holiday light recycling, and the reuse of class materials. So once again, please join me in thanking Parkview Elementary School for their efforts to help Morton Grove become more green.
Natalie, happy birthday. That's right. In the 60053, huh? Thank you very much, Lindsay. There are no public hearings tonight. Unless there is an objection, I do ask that we modify the agenda a little bit here to, I'd like to entertain a motion to table ordinance 25-16. And this comes at the request of Trustee Shiba. He's out on, his wife's got medical issues tonight, so he's not here. He would like to be here to review this and add some input. So could I get a motion to table 25-16, please?
I'll make the motion to table 2516.
Second.
Motion made by Trustee Mink, seconded by Trustee Whitko to table ordinance 25-16. Clerk, could you please call the vote?
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
The tabling of ordinance 25-16 passes 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. If there's any residents that were going to comment on that, we're going to do that at the end under residents' comments on non-agenda items now that that's been removed from the docket. So we'll come and revisit that in a little bit. Next up is probably why most people are here. Johnny Mitchell, you're in the crowd. If you could join me down at the podium, that would be great. So, would you like to introduce who you brought with you today, of course? My lovely wife, You seem to have a lot of people. I think there's more people than that here for you, Johnny, but I get it. Sharon, you're definitely the unsung hero in this one. So, I just want to say a few words about Johnny and his career here at the Village. And then I'll open it up to my fellow board members as well to say anything they would like. I'm sure they all have something to say. So, but since joining the Department of Public Works on June 2nd, 1975, I was about 7, Johnny. I can't believe it. Johnny has been an integral teammate and component to the Department of Public Works. Johnny started his career in the Water and Sewer Division as a maintenance worker and rose to hold the position of the Superintendent of the Streets Division. In between those 50 years, Johnny's resident-focused approach to service touched all facets of public works, including stints in the former tree and landscaping divisions, leading snow plowing operations, contributing to the development of the now famous curb-to-curb plowed street program, which we're also proud of, Johnny. Managing street maintenance, it's through his diligence that it's estimated that Johnny drove the village streets enough times during the past 50 years to have circumnavigated the world 3 times.
Wow.
That's fact, John. Did you know that? He also led leaf pickup and tree operations and volunteered for numerous community-sponsored events. Johnny's dedication and willingness to improve processes and systems have yielded countless other initiatives to improve the conditions of our village. His contributions, sense of ownership, which we all know he has, focus on field operations, dependability, and simply put, Johnny's can-do and get-it-done attitude contributed to Public Works' outstanding reputation. His work ethic and dedication are a model for others to follow, as he's shown so many new kids, actually, they are kids at that age coming in here. Johnny, I know you've trained so many and gotten them ready for the real world, so we're appreciative of that. Working with 5 directors during his tenure, some would say it included mentoring those directors, not to mention developing many other employees who started their careers, as I said, as summer interns and rose to the positions of superintendent and supervisor, all ensuring Johnny's legacy and contributions will continue long after his retirement. Many thanks for an outstanding job well done, John. The entire Village Board, Public Works team, and the Village residents, we will definitely miss you. And before I turn the microphone over to you to say a few words, I know, you know, we're only expecting 10, 20 minutes, Johnny. I do want to present you with a little token of our appreciation and ask for a motion and a second, if we could, for Resolution 25-34. This will authorize the installation of a temporary street sign in the 9,000 block of McVicker Avenue in Morton Grove to honor Johnny Mitchell. So I would need a motion.
I'll move to approve 25-34.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Whitko, seconded by trustee, who was it? Minks? God, it sounded like Connie said it. Sorry, guys. See, it's time for me to retire. I'm getting old. Motion made by trustee Whitko, seconded by trustee Minks, to authorize the installation of a temporary street sign in the 9,000 block of McVicker. Clerk, will you please call the vote?
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Thill?
I'd like to change that from temporary to permanent. Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Resolution 25-24 passes 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Say a few words. Okay, you're up.
Thank you very much, everybody. My neighbors, the Jens, Peter, yeah, you guys, I couldn't ask for better neighbors, and I appreciate you guys and my wife putting my name up here. It means a lot. Just something real quick. My folks were divorced, and I lived with my dad for a couple years, living in Morton Grove. And one of the things that I got to do was go to work with my dad. Go on water main breaks, do whatever I can. I used to sit there in the garage and sweep. And at the same time, those guys taught me how to drive a dump truck, a stick shift. At 6th grade, I could drive a dump truck or a backhoe, and pull the trucks out, sweep the garage, pull them back in. And one Thanksgiving, we had my dad had a water main break, and it was on the west side of Morton Grove, and they sat there, and they happened to have one extra truck. And Frankie, who was just one of the nicest guys in the world, said, can you drive that? And I said, yeah. So from the west side to our garage that was on Lehigh, I drove it in. And I could barely see over the dash, but I just remember pulling in and seeing my dad. So I kind of knew where I wanted to work, and got to spend a lot of time with a lot of great guys that worked here. The other one is Mike Dom's right here. His dad is the one that hired me. He gave me this opportunity to follow my dad's footsteps. Thank you. For our public works guys, I'm telling you, you can't beat these guys. They're so dedicated and so hardworking, and they're my best friends. And I thank you for coming tonight. Just so you know, just for a minute, this is my brother Gary. And I do appreciate everybody showing up between the police and fire. One of the things I loved doing was working with RPD. You guys were the best and helping you guys out anytime I could. Fire department, same thing. You guys, we just always had a good group and we worked together well. And I hope it continues. Thank you.
And then I'm going to turn it over to the trustees if you'd like to say anything. Trustee Khan?
Thank you, Johnny, for your 50 years of service. We want to congratulate you on that, and happy retirement. Hopefully, you're going to have a great time at home and with your better half there, I guess. The road sign, for sure, that street sign is going to remind us always of you. So thank you for your service. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Johnny. It has been a pleasure knowing both you and Sharon and working with you all the years that I have as a village trustee and a resident of the village of Morton Grove. You are an exemplary employee, and I hope the lessons that you've learned and that you've passed down to a lot of the people you work with continue on, because we have a phenomenal staff in both the Public Works, the Fire, and Police Department. And without all you guys and all the clerical staff that's here in the town, we wouldn't be so happy with everything we do without you guys. So thank you so much.
Johnny, all I want to say is I am very proud that my granddaughters live on Johnny Mitchell Way.
Johnny, you're one of a kind. I beg your pardon. You still are one of a kind.
We're going to miss your smiling face in Morton Grove, and I want to thank you for your dedication and caring for our village, and you've just helped Morton Grove to be a better place to live in. So I hope I see you in Arizona next year.
And also, your dad was a fabulous mayor and a great trustee. He was good to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Johnny, you talked about your good neighbors. I always tell Marianne, you have good neighbors because you're a good neighbor. You're a good man, and it's been wonderful having you in our town, and the fish are waiting for you.
So 50 years, that is dedication and an accomplishment that not everyone can say they achieved. So that is incredible. I truly appreciate your service to our village and your willingness to always get things done and always have a smile on your face. So you will definitely be missed. I hope you enjoy every minute of your retirement. If you are looking for a fishing buddy, you know a young man who looks up to you and would be happy to go fishing with you. So thank you so much.
Johnny, congratulations on a remarkable 50 years of service to the village. As superintendents of the street division, your legacy is quite literally built into the streets of Morton Grove. Whether it was snow plowing, leaf pickup, or tree operations, you brought your can-do spirit and relentless drive to every task. I personally have seen you at nearly every community event, and I sincerely hope that doesn't change in retirement. And thank you for your decades of dedication. You've truly helped shape the village we're all proud to call home. Thank you.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to say what I always say at this point. Anybody that was here for the presentations tonight, you want to leave now because it's not going to get any better.
Oh, there's Andy back there. Andy looks
And
like
the table.
Andy looks like the day he retired.
And room clear. She's waved.
Who did?
The girl who's right there.
Oh, not Natalie.
Are these different agendas? Wait, Terry, what did you just say? Did she just say? Yeah, and he dated my sister too. And he finally found the love of his life.
See you, Masood. Take care, bud. Ah, my bass player. I think that's the same. Next up, under my president's report, I have a proclamation on Compost Awareness Week. Hold on, I'll let Johnny go. Yeah. It's okay. Whereas International Compost Awareness Week, ICAW, is the largest and most comprehensive education initiative of the compost industry and celebrated worldwide annually during the first week of May. And whereas International Compost Awareness Week is designed to promote the benefits of composting and compost itself for effective resource management, soil health, and plant growth. And whereas composting returns organic resources to the soil, promotes water conservation during extreme drought and flooding conditions, reduces water consumption and non-point pollution, stores carbon in soils, reducing climate impacts, and is a proven method of decreasing the dependence on chemical fertilizers and decreasing erosion. And whereas organic materials make up approximately 30% of the materials going to landfills, and composting is one of the primary methods to reach waste diversion goals. And whereas materials such as yard trimmings, vegetable cuttings, biosolids, food scraps are all composted and converted into compost. And whereas composting creates green jobs and infrastructure for cities and states that implement composting programs. And whereas this year's theme is Sustainable Communities Begin with Compost. The 2025 theme was chosen with the goal of highlighting composting in all kinds of communities at any scale. From backyard home composting to community composting to large-scale facilities, to all those who recognize the many benefits of using compost on our soils. Composting is essential in developing a sustainable resource management plan for any community. Composting empowers communities to manage their own waste, create job opportunities, and support healthy soils with locally made compost. Now, therefore, I, Daniel P. DeMaria, Mayor of the Village of Morton Grove, do hereby proclaim the week of May 4th to May 10th, 2025 as International Compost Awareness Week in the Village of Morton Grove, and I encourage all of our residents and businesses to explore the benefits of composting. Further, I urge all citizens to explore a composting service such as Groot and Waste Not for all organic waste, including landscape trimmings and food scraps, and do their part to create a more sustainable planet. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused to be affixed the seal of the Village of Morton Grove. Thank you. Other than that, I do, on an environmental issue again, this Earth Month, I'd like you to join me in taking a pledge to conserve water and resources as part of the 2025 Wyland National Mayor's Challenge for Water Conservation. Pledge now to help the Village of Morton Grove win and enter to win great prizes, including a chance to win your utility bills paid for 1 year up to $3,000. We did really well last year, came close to the top, so please go take the pledge, and you can visit mywaterpledge.com and search for Morton Grove, Illinois, and click away and help us out. You can always stay up to date with other village events on our website, our e-news, and follow us on Facebook as well as Instagram. That is really all I have on my agenda for tonight. Other than that, I will turn it over to the clerk. Clerk's report.
No report, Your Honor.
Thank you. Staff reports, Village Administrator, Ordinance 25-16 was tabled. We'll take comments towards the end. Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, understanding that 25-16 has been tabled till June 10th, I will present Ordinance 25-18, which is amending Title I, Chapter 10 of the Municipal Code to add a new article entitled Municipal Grocery Tax. So this is what we're presenting tonight in requesting a waiver of the second reading. It is coupled with Ordinance 24-27, which the village approved late last year, which created the grocery tax, and this just simply adds this fee to our code, so it complements the grocery tax we already have in place. So this would only go in effect next year after the state changes its guidance on grocery tax, and we're requesting a waiver of second reading only because we've already addressed the ordinance, and this is just kind of cleanup for the code, and with that, I present it for approval.
Can I get a motion to waive the second read?
Second.
Motion made by trustee Thill, seconded by trustee Minks. This is to waive the second read. Any discussions, questions, clarifications? Hearing none, clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Thill? Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
The waiving of the second read for ordinance 2518 passes 4-0, Your Honor, or 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve ordinance 25-18 as presented?
I'll make the motion to approve ordinance 25-18 as presented.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Minks, seconded by trustee Khan, to approve ordinance 25-18. Any discussions, questions, clarification? Hearing none, clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Ordinance 25-18 passes 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Chuck, anything else?
I will be presenting Resolution 2532 during trustee Phil's report, but otherwise nothing from me, Your Honor.
Thank you. Corporation Counsel? Thank you. Trustee Khan?
No report, Your Honor.
Trustee Minks?
Thank you, Your Honor. I have Resolution 2526 this evening. This is adopting the 2024 update of the Cook County Multi-Jurisdictional Hazard Mitigation Plan. Some background on this. The Cook County Multiple Jurisdictional Hazard Mitigation Plan was submitted to the Illinois Emergency Management Agency for review and approval pending its adoption. FEMA guidance, which is the Disaster Mitigation Act of 2000, requires that this be updated every 5 years. In 2024, Cook County Emergency Management and Regional Security updated the 2019 plan, which now includes 125 participating jurisdictions and partners, making Cook County's plan the largest in the nation. The planning area for a hazard mitigation plan encompasses Cook County and includes the incorporated and unincorporated jurisdictional areas of Cook County and the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago and the Cook County Forest Preserves. The result of these combined efforts has been to produce an Illinois Emergency Management Agency and Federal Emergency Management Agency approved mitigation plan. And we are just adopting this plan from 2024. So I move that we approve Resolution 2526 as presented.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Minks, seconded by trustee Whitko. Any discussions, questions, clarification? Hearing none, clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Thill? Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Resolution 25-26 passes 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And that is the end of my report.
Thank you. Trustee Sheba is absent with notice, so trustee Whitko will be reading resolution 25-27.
Thank you. Resolution 25-27, authorizing a lease agreement with Konica Minolta Business Solutions USA for multifunction copiers, hardware, service, and supplies for the Administration, Finance, and Public Works Department. The village routinely leases multifunction copier hardware for printing, copying, scanning, and related office productivity. As existing leases end, the village obtains new hardware lease proposals. The leases for the multifunction copier hardware for the Administrative Department, Finance, and Department of Public Works have all ended or will end shortly. The Information Technology Division reviewed proposals for hardware, maintenance services, and supplies and recommends establishing a 60-month lease with Konica Minolta Business Solutions USA for copier hardware, service, and supplies for these departments. The village worked with leading vendors in the field and solicited quotes from Impact Networking, Elite, Canon, and Konica Minolta. In reviewing the features and total cost, it was found that Konica Minolta was the most cost-effective provider while still providing the needed features for the devices. I move that we approve Resolution 25-27.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Whitko, seconded by trustee Travis. Any discussions, questions, clarification? Hearing none. Clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Resolution 25-27 passes 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. All set?
For him,
For him?
yes.
Yep. Trustee Thill?
Chuck, do you want to take 2532 now?
I will do that. I'd be happy to.
I'm going to wait till we get there.
You got it.
Go ahead.
Resolution 2528, Public Works Department, sorry about that. Resolution 2528, authorizing a contract with Murphy Construction Services, LLC, for the 2025 concrete saw cutting program. I move we accept Resolution 2528.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Thill, seconded by trustee Minks. Any discussions, questions, clarification? Hearing none. Clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Resolution 25-28 passes 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I have Resolution 2529. It's authorizing a contract with Precision Pavement Marking Incorporated for the 2025 pavement marking program. I move we accept Resolution 2529.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Thill, seconded by trustee Travis to approve Resolution 25-29. Any discussions, questions, clarifications? Hearing none. Clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Resolution 25-29 passes 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I have Resolution 2530. It's authorizing an agreement with Primera Engineering LLT to provide construction engineering services for Beckwith Road resurfacing. I move we accept Resolution 2530.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Thill, seconded by trustee Travis to approve Resolution 25-30 as presented. Any discussions, questions, clarification? Hearing none. Clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Resolution 25-30 passes 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I have Resolution 2531. It's authorizing an agreement with Primera Engineering LLT to provide construction engineering services for Central Avenue resurfacing. I move we accept Resolution 2531.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Thill, seconded by trustee Minks to approve Resolution 25-31 as presented. Any discussions, questions, clarification? Hearing none. Clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Resolution 25-31 passes 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Chuck, you want to give us some
I'll be
input on this one?
Very quick. I'd like to present Resolution 2532, authorize an agreement with Innova Consulting, Inc. to provide construction engineering services for Grosse Point Road resurfacing. The clarification I just want to provide is that there was a scrivener's error on the original agenda. We fixed it. The resolution and the legislative summary were correct in the consultant's name, so we just want to provide that for the record, and with that, I would like to present it for approval.
Need a motion? Go ahead.
Motion to approve 2532.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Thill, seconded by trustee Minks to approve Resolution 2532 as Chuck presented. Any discussions, questions, clarification? Hearing none, clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Resolution 25-32 passes 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I have Resolution 2533. It's authorizing an agreement with Primera Engineering LLT to provide construction engineering services for Sherman Road resurfacing. I move we accept Resolution 2533.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Thill, second by trustee Travis, to approve Resolution 25-33 as presented. Any discussions, questions, clarifications? Hearing none, clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Resolution 25-33 passes 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
And my report.
Thank you very much. Trustee Travis.
Yes, just some Community Relations Commission reminder. The Community Garage Sale, mark your calendars for the village's annual Community Garage Sale, which is set to take place on the weekend of Friday, June 6th through Sunday, June 8th, 2025. We are inviting businesses and organizations to sponsor this popular community event and garage sale signage displayed throughout the year. Sponsorships are only being accepted, we're past that, until April 18th, so sign up soon. Please visit the village's website to sign up for the garage sale. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Whitko.
Thank you. Tonight I have the second read of ordinance 25-17, approving text amendments to clarify various definitions, provide guidance for the parking of vehicles with livery plates, extend the construction timing period for planned unit developments and special use permits, define opportunities for the Zoning Board of Appeals to receive input from the Traffic Safety Commission, permit the in-kind replacement of driveways with 2 approaches, and provide guidance for the installation and use of synthetic turf and security shutters in Morton Grove. This is to approve various text amendments to clarify definitions, provide guidance, and that's the same thing that's in there. So I will just say that all of the detail was read in the last meeting, so I move that we approve ordinance 25-17.
Second?
Motion made by trustee Whitko, seconded by trustee Travis to approve ordinance 25-17 as presented. Any discussions, questions, clarification? Hearing none. Clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Ordinance 25-17 passes 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And then I have ordinance 25-19, amending Title 4, Chapter 4, Section 9, entitled Suspension and Revocation, and amending Title 4, Chapter 4, Section 10, entitled Appeal, to modify the notice and hearing regulations relating to the suspension or revocation of certificates of occupancy of business operations in Morton Grove. On July 23rd of this year, the village adopted ordinance 24-13, which amended Section 4-4-9 of the Municipal Code to authorize the village administrator to suspend or revoke business compliance certificates, business license, and certificates of occupancy if businesses are non-compliant with applicable regulations. This ordinance sets forth notice requirements and a hearing procedure for the village's local adjudication hearing office for these suspensions and revocations. The ordinance also deletes Section 4-4-10 of the village code, which provides an appeal process before the local adjudication hearing officer, since the Illinois Administrative Code requires decisions of the local adjudication hearing officer to be reviewed by the Circuit Court of Cook County. This is a first read, so no action tonight, and that is the end of my report.
Thank you very much. Other business I do want to mention on Saturday, May 10th, from 9 to noon at Public Works, 7840 Nagel off of Oakton. We're doing our electronics recycling. All you need to do is bring your ID to prove that you are a Morton Grove or Swank community resident. Put your electronics in your car, drive up to Public Works. Staff will guide you through the process, remove unwanted electronics from your vehicle, common items, phones, computer monitors, TVs. So it's a good opportunity. If you got that stuff laying around, bring it over to us and we'll take care of it. You can learn more about that at the village website. Is there any other business brought before the board tonight? Presentations of warrants, trustee Khan.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to present warrant register for April 22nd, 2025 in the amount of $753,991.79. And I make a motion to approve the warrant register as presented.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Khan, seconded by trustee Minks. Any corrections, discussions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Phil?
Aye.
The warrants pass as presented 5-0, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Residents' comments. We do have David King for ordinance 25-16.
Mr. President, members of the board, good evening. I'll just be brief because I know this ordinance has been tabled. I just came here today because I was going to speak in strong support of ordinance 25-16. I think this is an important step. I congratulate the village staff and the board for taking action that promotes public health and safety, particularly as to the dangers of THC, which is an ingredient in cannabis. And this ordinance that deals with certain synthetic THC and other things is a very important step to recognize the dangers of THC. So I think I'll table the rest of my comments until June 10th. I'll be back to talk a little bit more about the dangers of THC. So if I could use the last part of my time just to congratulate Johnny Mitchell. I'm sorry I don't know him, but I do know how good, how great the Village Public Works does in this town as a resident for 37 years. So we do a fantastic job, and I congratulate everybody in the village
Thank
for
you.
that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's okay. You can just give your name to Terry. You're good to go.
Good evening, Mr. President and members of the Board of Trustees. My name is Craig Katz, and I am the Government Relations and Compliance Manager for a company called CBD Kratom. I'm also on the board of the Illinois Healthy Alternatives Association. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time, and I'm going to parrot what this gentleman just said in terms of Mr. Mitchell. You guys are living up to the incredibly close and amazingly open. I appear in many venues in front of many boards of trustees. I testified in front of the Texas legislature last week. I've been testifying in Missouri, all over the country. You people know how to run things, and it shows that you people have your community's best interests at heart. In that vein, I do want to say that I know it's being tabled, and I'd hope that you have an open mind to be educated on what the topic is. The products that you're looking at, and I understand it very well, the stuff that kids are getting their hands on, we strongly oppose. We are in favor of strong regulation. We have proposed and are proposing legislation in the state of Illinois in the legislature, being championed by Representative LaShawn Ford. We have met with members of the City Council in the City of Chicago, which this is one of their hot topics, and we are firmly opposed to having those kind of products within the reach of children, available to children, or even on shelves anywhere. They should be banned, and they should be out of there. We would like to be able to have the opportunity to educate you a little bit on what those products are and how we propose to regulate as opposed to ban. Everybody knows that in the history of the United States, prohibitions don't work. Go back to the 30s, you'll see what happened, bootleggers, you can see what happened with liquor, illicit drugs, every day you see it, what goes on. Prohibitions just do not work. Regulation does work. If you ban, people will still be able to get it. They'll be able to go online and buy it because it's interstate commerce. And I promise you, between the Supremacy Clause and the Interstate Commerce Clause of the United States Constitution, they will be able to go online and buy whatever they want and have it shipped directly to their house by UPS, FedEx, the USPS, won't matter. So what you're going to do is you're going to ban something from sale in your village, which will take revenue away from you and not actually get the result that you're looking for, which is to keep this out of the hands of children. So, again, I'm going to be brief and ask that you give us an opportunity to educate you on the topic. Happy to meet with any one of you individually or all of you at one time, and I'll be happy to leave my cards for each one of you if you have questions for me. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Any other comments from residents? Hearing none, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion made by trustee Minks, seconded by trustee Whitko to adjourn our meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned, 7:43.